Welcome back, everybody, to the YesPhonics YouTube channel. I'm your host, Cheyenne Adamson, and this is where teachers, tutors, homeschoolers, and educators everywhere come for valuable teaching information and insights. So we're back, and we're going to continue along this journey, if you will, of the Phonics for English manual, and I couldn't be more excited to keep on stepping, as they say. A quick word from today's sponsor, which is me. I'm sponsoring myself, if you can believe it. I just highly recommend anybody who's looking to teach the phonics, 72 Orton-Spalding Phonograms, English as a second language, or if you're teaching specifically to your K-3rd graders, to go and check out our awesome, amazing, fantastic products in the description below. You can download them via the Fetch app cart or store that we have going. And you just pay through PayPal. I think you can pay through I think you can pay with a credit card as well. PayPal's the easiest. You PayPal them, and then they'll send you the product automatically via an automatic download. And then you can get started, a little bit of do-it-yourself action, and then you can just get started teaching phonics today. So go ahead and check those out. Again, the links are all in the description below. I've got a ton of them, a ton of products on there. I've got this manual that we're going over right now, actually, a full comprehensive K through 3rd grade English as a second language phonics for English manual, and I've got the flashcards. I've got a phonetic bingo game. I've got a creative coloring book. And did I say I have the flashcards? I've got them in black and white version and a full color version as well. And kids absolutely love it. As you guys know, kids have a rage for learning, and so they're just kind of soaking up information and knowledge like sponges. So number 20, spelling. This program uses the Ayers spelling list of the 1,000 most commonly used words in the English language, taught in the order of use frequency. Included are extensions of root words with their derivatives, similar spellings, and comparative words, homonyms and homographs. The teacher is instructed to add extensions according to the learning level / grade 1, 2, or 3. The students learn to construct literate English sentences by using high-frequency words, not only low-frequency words and categories of the phonogram letters being learned, but from the beginning, the student constructs oral and written sentences using the spelling words from their spelling notebook. The student's first reading in context experience is to read aloud the sentences that they have written. And that's going to be really exciting for you guys when you see your children / students actually writing these sentences. It's going to blow your mind. And I know it doesn't seem like that much, like, oh, you're just learning to read English. And, I'm not trying to downplay that at all. Obviously, I'm making these videos because I truly believe in this idea, this way of learning English. But, like, simplistically, just hearing that, like, oh, yeah, your kid's going to learn how to read. Like, it doesn't seem that big of a deal, but once you see it in motion, in actual real time, it's just going to warm your heart, you guys, I promise. So, teaching the list of the 1,000 most commonly used words explains most spelling problems in the language. The spelling words are the building blocks of the language. The first 100 spelling words make up 30% of all that we read or write. That's pretty big. 100 spelling words make up 30% of all that we read or write. That's a lot. The students needs to learn to write these words without needing to pause, analyze, or think. And that's exactly what is going to happen. The spelling words are taught in syllables and are referenced in the spelling rules. The spelling rules are not taught in isolation, but are taught by examples in the spelling lesson with the lesson plans and worksheets. Phonetically taught spelling is the key to successful reading instruction. When the logic of the language is clearly taught, students spell their way to reading. In spelling lessons, the students obtain basic knowledge of how written language works at the completion of the spelling list, usually by the end of 3rd grade. The student can read, decode / pronounce the longest of unfamiliar words syllable by syllable. At this point, students are able to read anything in their comprehension vocabulary of about 30,000 words. Compare this to the 900 words 3rd graders are able to read using the whole language method. I mean, yeah, that's huge. 30,000 words compared to 900. I mean, clearly, the phonics method is superior. But I digress. Phonics methods neglect spelling and do not teach the saying and writing of the sounds of the phonograms before and well ahead of trying to read. The spelling words are first seen by the students as they write them from dictation. Dictation is the key to using the brain for spelling. With this method, you will need to teach the word only once instead of repetitious copying. The words are not copied. Applying the phonograms phonogram by phonogram, sound by sound, syllable by syllable, along with the spelling rules through written dictated spelling is a very efficient way to teach accurate spelling for fluent reading. Correct spelling corresponds directly to book print for reading. Number 21, spelling notebook, which again I kind of mentioned that I can get in the description below if you guys want to see that product. If not, again, all that paper is in the Phonics for English, in the back of the Phonics for English manual, which you can copy as much of it as you want to make your own spelling notebook. A composition line notebook with 3/8 inch spacing and divided columns is included in your program for your convenience. And again, so in the Phonics for English manual, you can print out as many of those pages as you want. And again, you can bind them with your own. You can take it to a print shop and have them bind it yourself, have them bind it, or you can bind it yourself in one of those little, like 99-cent little 3-ring binders that you can find at your grocery store or Staples or whatever. So it is used for spelling words, sentences, and paragraphs. The spelling words are then used for construction of sentences and paragraphs, and to search for words when completing the worksheets. The spelling notebook is a permanent record and is a treasure of accomplishment. 22, spelling rules. The spelling rules is a teacher's reference. The spelling rules are taught by application, not written with the spelling words in the spelling notebook, lesson plans, and worksheets through the sequence, page 49, which we'll see later on as we get there. 23, word clearing. This activity should only commence after the students are reading and have a solid phonetic foundation. It should not interfere with the dictation of the spelling word list. These words may be used as spelling extensions for elementary students and for older or remedial students. To practice word clearing, choose reading material slightly above the student's reading ability. Have the student read aloud. When a word is unclear, he hesitates or stumbles, the student looks up the word in the dictionary and uses it to write sentences. Have students word clear with a friend, taking turns reading aloud and listening. Number 24, word markings. This method uses word markings, using numbers, underlining, and identification marks to identify which of the phonogram sounds is being used and indicating the spelling rule. This promotes thinking and reinforces correct spelling. It's a bridge that connects spelling to reading. See how to teach word markings. And we'll get to that section here eventually in the videos, in the lessons here, you guys. But we have a section on how to teach the word markings, which will get much more in depth on this whole section here. Number 25. Sequence, spelling notebook, lesson plans, and worksheets. The prepared lesson plans teach the worksheets. They are taught in conjunction with the phonograms, spelling words, and spelling rules. So yeah, we're going to be teaching a lot. As we get further into it, we're going to be doing a bunch of stuff at once, which again might seem complicated at first, but once you kind of get in the groove and you start just kind of getting a feel for it, you'll be like, oh, and then you'll breeze right through it. And so will your student, so will your child. They'll get a kick, and again, they have a rage for learning, so they're going to get kind of this dopamine kick from learning, and they're just going to want to continue pushing forward and learning more and more. They're probably going to be begging you to have their Phonics for English lessons. So I don't know about that, but they will be having fun, guaranteed. The teaching order of how and when is coordinated through the sequence. The various parts of them are taught by the corresponding sequence numbers. Some lesson plans and worksheets are visited several times to teach their continuing parts. Each grade level begins with new worksheets. The students continue the spelling list from level/grade to level/grade. So the worksheets have words entered from the basic words to the higher levels and grades. When the spelling list is complete, usually at the end of the 3rd level/grade, upper grades and other students can benefit from using the worksheets with any spelling word list or words found in reading and word searches. Just as an aside, you guys drank the GT Daves before? It is amazing. Definitely my #1 recommended drink for anybody and everybody. This is amazing. It's essentially just, and I think I promoted this on the channel before, so I'm up to my old ways again, promoting things that I don't get paid for and I don't get a kickback from, but that I just love. GT Dave's, it's GT's kombucha, which is kombucha culture, black tea, green tea, kiwi juice, strawberry juice, blueberry juice, raspberry juice, Meyer lemon juice, fresh pressed lime juice, and 100% pure love. So yeah, amazing beverage, and I highly recommend it. Oh, that's so good, you guys. This particular flavor is called lemon berry. Oh man. Oh man. That's so good. Oh, it's so good. Phonics Codes for English, Illustrated Phonograms, DVD, and CD. So again, this particular video will be in the description below. You guys can go check it out. And you can literally just sit right down with your child or your students right in front of the boob tube or your computer or tablet or whatever you're using and just play this DVD, play the video. And, you know, you could just start today just by having your student watch that video. And you could just watch it right along with it. You could even play it in the background while they're just playing. You still get a lot of benefit out of it that way as well. But this will be in the description below, so you guys can go check that video out. The 72 phonograms are shown and called by number. The sound sequence and dialogue of the phonogram is said twice. The student may sound along with the speaker the second time. Keyword caption is said once. Preview the DVD and CD, in this case the video on YouTube, to give the students phonemic awareness by seeing, hearing, and saying the 45 sounds heard in English speech before seriously learning the symbols. Elementary and ESL students, English as a second language, shout out to all my English as a second language students out there, may use the video that we have on YouTube for review and drill. Middle school and remedial and self-learning students may use them for presentation of the phonograms and drill. The phonograms pages and worksheets may be copied for students to use with the DVD or CD for future study. And then this goes through number 27, teaching the levels, grades, and others. So level 1, K through 1st grade, remedial and other, follow the program through the sequence, which we will do. Levels 2 and 3, 2nd and 3rd grade, reveal, remedial, and other. If the students have not been taught this method, it is necessary to give them the 1st and 2nd grade level work. This may be done more rapidly than with beginning students. The Sound Along DVD and CD, aka the Ultimate Phonics video on YouTube, may be used with copies of the phonogram pages and Appendix A to learn or review the phonograms and for future study, which again, we will be going through all of that together. All students start at the beginning of level 1, which is spelling sections A through N, to learn or review the words and record them in their spelling notebook for use when later completing the worksheets. This is the foundation on which to continue adding spelling words from spelling sections O through Z. Sequence is followed. Spelling words and spelling rules are taught with the lesson plans and worksheets through the level/grade spelling sections. The teacher dictates or calls out the words from the spelling list for the student to write and mark in their spelling notebooks. Students write sentences and short paragraphs. Chalkboard paragraphs are read aloud and corrected by the class, and we will be doing that as well. Much literature from the library is read aloud in groups or at homes. Other students. 4th grade through college and adults and self-learners. To accelerate reading, it may be desirable to teach all phonograms first very quickly. The 72 phonograms may be presented and drilled with the Ultimate Alphabet Phonics video that we have on YouTube, illustrated Ultimate Phonics alphabet video that we have on YouTube, and copies of the phonogram pages and Appendix A. Show the media or our video through each session until the phonograms are learned. Start at the beginning of the program and progress through it at the student's pace, using the sequence for teaching the spelling words and rules with the spelling notebook, lesson plans, and worksheets. So we're going over a little bit already. We're kind of readdressing some stuff that we talked about earlier in this video, but it's just kind of like reinforcing. All this stuff is kind of going to go together all at once as you start teaching. The worksheets, the spelling word sections, the spelling rules, all of that good stuff. So, spelling sections A through N, level 1, is used to construct the worksheets. This is the foundation on which to continue adding words from the spelling sections O through Z. Library books are read aloud in groups or at home. So, again, like all of this is going to go in conjunction together all at once as we start going through this program. And the videos that I'm going to be doing are going to be as if you were teaching one lesson plan for one day. So it'll be cool because then you can see exactly what it's going to look like. And, you can wait for my videos to come out, or you can just, watch a few of my videos, and then just once you got the hang of all of it, you can just breeze through it. You will absolutely be able to do that. Although you may want to wait for my videos to come out so you can watch them. ESL, write and spell to read and speak. And I promise you, we are almost done, I think. We are here, you guys. The last little bit for this particular lesson today. ESL, which is English as a second language. Write and spell to read and speak. All English language learners need the same phonetic word building skills. English as a second language students must know the 45 single sounds heard in English speech. They must have knowledge of the common spelling patterns of the 72 Orton phonograms that teach the systematic and predictable relationships between the letters of the written language and the individual sounds of the spoken language. The way to learn English. Number 1, to write the sounds of the phonograms. Number 2, spell the 1,000 most frequently used English words in syllables with word-building phonograms and spelling rules. Number 3, read English words syllable by syllable. And number 4, speak English by reading aloud. To all my English as a second language educators / students out there, absolutely check out our Ultimate Phonics alphabet video in the description below. I think you guys will love that, and it will be a huge boon in your educational endeavors. After the initial introduction to the phonograms, show the media, aka the Ultimate Alphabet Phonics video, through each session until the phonograms stand out as a sound in a printed word. And that's it for this lesson today, you guys. And for next week, we're going to be going through how to actually use the sequence, and we're going to be including a preview of sequences 1 through 6. I know that was a lot, and I did say I was going to try to keep these videos a little bit shorter, but like I said, this particular one, I just kind of wanted to get through of all of the minutia of what you're kind of going to be looking at. And feel free to break this lesson down into sections that you guys watch. I know we're over an hour already, so yeah, this video is probably, you definitely might want to watch this video in bits and pieces, or you might want to throw it on as a podcast and listen to this beautiful voice that I got going on. I don't know if it's beautiful, but you know what? It is a voice and it is mine. And maybe you want to listen to it as a podcast style. So anyways, with that being said, feel free, and I do humbly ask, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. It does push my content. It lets YouTube and YouTube's algorithm know that this is valuable content and that maybe other people want to see it. So it will push my videos out to more people the way their algorithm works on YouTube. So if you like and comment and subscribe, that will get these videos out to more people who might be looking for educational content like this. So without further ado, my fellow educators, this was a good one. I really appreciate you watching, and I do hope you have a great day, and be well and stay classy.